Just don't stress. Has that advice ever been helpful? Ever? Hello, my name is Kat, and on Cat Chat today, I would like to discuss stress. Stress is something that I'm pretty sure affects almost all of us. Every single day really presents us with a new set of things to stress over. What is stress? When you find yourself in a potentially stressful situation, your nervous system responds by releasing a flood of stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones help ready the body to leap into action. That's just some science for you. And that's a good thing. We need that to be more focused and alert. Lately, I've been trying to channel my stress to help me get more done at work. I'm a host at a restaurant, and it can be very stressful when people are yelling at you and you're trying to get people seated and more people are showing up. I like to try and channel that stress to keep me going, and I like to think it is just keep your head above water, just keep your head above water. And that leads to my next point, which is ways to actually deal with stress. I find it very, very helpful to chant a mantra or like a power ballad. Especially at work, they have songs that play, so I like to pick a song and I'm like, this is my jam, and when it comes on, I'm like, you can do this, you can pick anything, you can pick Frozen, you can pick whatever it is that you need to tell yourself, if you gotta let it go, if you gotta, get to it. I find it sort of helpful to me when I'm stressed to think of the outcomes, and this might stress you out more. However, I like to think, what's the worst that could happen? Okay. How late are you actually going to be? Maybe 5 to 15 minutes late. Is that actually going to ruin the rest of your day? I don't like being late, but it's not worth spending my entire drive going, I gotta get there, because honestly, it's not gonna make a difference. Like, me being stressed sitting in my car is not gonna get me anywhere faster. Which leads to my next point, which is don't let stress ruin a moment or your evening. I've done this a lot in the past where I'll get peeved about something, or maybe I'm really stressed about like a text I receive, and then it nags at me all night. But I've thought back on times where that's happened, and it's made me really upset that that would have been a really fun night if I hadn't been worried about that text that ultimately fizzled out. So I don't know if there's a better way to shut that off, but just think about, okay, this is unfortunate, but it's not gonna make everything else more unfortunate by me continuing to stress about it. If there's nothing that you can physically do at that moment to fix whatever it is you're stressed about, let it go, let it go. Mantras, power ballads. Another helpful thing, congratulate yourself on how far you've come. You are in college and you're working on an essay and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so dumb, I can't get this done, I'm so lazy, I'm not working. Be like, I made it to college, that's amazing. If you're not a college person, whatever it is you've chosen to do, you had some success in it that has gotten you that far. Don't be so hard on yourself because you're just adding more to the stress. Another reason I think that stress is such a big deal these days is because we glorify busy. Like, oh, what'd you do today? And you're like, I sat home and I read a book. People are like, you lazy slug. Like, you need some relaxing time. I would always be like, you know what, it's finals week, I'm gonna make some pancakes and do a puzzle. Not gonna do it all week, but I'd like to take time out of stressing about this to do something I enjoy for a little bit, then get back to it. I took 20 credits my senior year. I was doing a senior thesis. I was on the executive board for my sorority, and I was involved in several other activities around campus and committees, and I still made time to hang out with my friends, etc. But it would have done no good if someone's like, I'm so busy. And I'm like, oh yeah? Well, here's what I have going on. You don't need to out-brag. I think a lot of people do this where they're like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. And someone else is like, oh, well, I have even more. Don't overstretch yourself. That doesn't make you more impressive of a person that you're involved in more clubs and activities than anyone else. Do things because you're like, wow, I love singing. I'm going to join this singing club. It'll bring me joy. Or maybe you want to make that your career. Let your passions be things that you're passionate about and you're doing. Don't let them become things that you're bragging about and then stressing about, because stress can be very, very damaging. Stress can lead to a higher risk of heart disease or stroke. It can raise your blood pressure. It definitely will suppress your immune system and you will get sicker, and then you'll be stressed because you're sick. It's a vicious cycle. Actually can rewire your brain. Like, I've heard about this with depression a lot, that the more you're depressed, the more depressed you get. So with stress, it's like if you get in the habit of stressing, then when a situation arises, your reaction to it will be to stress over it. Other things that are really important to help reduce stress overall is sleeping. That really, really helps, is what I'm told. I was really, really, really bad about sleeping in college. There had been a person like riding a ricochet around campus. I would have paid that person to drive me from class to class so I could have slept in their ricochet. Other thing is breathing. So dumb and so basic, but I have really, really, really been de-stressed, not distressed, de-stressed by breathing. Promise you, if you stop for one moment, give yourself that breath. Really, really helps. Sure, there's so much more to say about the topic, but those are some thoughts I've had on stress, and you can trust my advice because I'm wearing glasses. Another good way to help yourself de-stress is to watch some old cat chat videos. Maybe. That's all I have to say, probably, for right now. Meow, 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 meow. I don't know about you, but I do. Stress is.